Hello guys, welcome back to the stream. We're here on a Friday night. We're doing a lights out evening tonight, so there's going to be lots of cool sneaky plays, lots of people using torches and tracers. It'll be really interesting to watch on the stream. Going forward, like I just said in the chat earlier, every Friday is going to be our lights out evening. Other days are just like all rifles, apart from Tuesday evenings where we do pistols and shotguns. So that's Tuesdays is pistol shotguns and Fridays is lights out. Let us know what you think about those sort of decisions there, or if you want to see any other strange evenings or sort of day games that we do. We're open to ideas there. But yeah, not long until the first game. They're starting out with a team deathmatch to warm the players up. Quite a cool bunch of guys, some regulars, some old regulars, and some people that haven't played here before as well. So it'll be quite an interesting group of guys in, quite diverse, like we've had each evening so far. Really, big sort of span of different players this week. But like I said, not long till the first game starts. Players are just getting ready. They've just finished the safety briefing now, so not too long. A couple more minutes and then we should be into the first game. Just seen something quite interesting in the safe zone. I'm sure you'll notice it as soon as the game starts. I won't give it away just yet, but it's not something we usually see in a CQB, so it'll be quite interesting. Cool, so the little man in my ear has just told me we've got 1 minute till the first game starts. Players are literally just heading into the arena as we speak. Very dark in the arena today. Let's get those cameras switched over. As you can see, the all of our cameras have gone into night mode, so it's going to be black and white, but it's very dark in there. The only light they'll get is from their torches, which all the players actually do have this evening. And there you go, you see the tracers going. So we've got our torches, and then we've got the target lights as well. Actually, have a light. You're going to waste all their ammo before the game even starts by this rate. Some strobes going on there. I know some of these players have got some very interesting toys to play with, lots of interesting types of grenades, so we'll see what's going on. I believe 3 of these players, maybe even 4 of these players have played in this new layout already, so they've come back for more already. Only been open a week today in this new layout, so it's hopefully they're enjoying it. Obviously they've come back, so clearly they are. The Marshal's just getting the game ready now. Just had to remind our Marshal to put his high vis on. Probably didn't want to go into the game without it on. So all our players are ready. I think for now we've got 7 players. We will have an 8th player joining us fairly soon, I think. Unless he's already in there now. I don't think he is. No, he's not. So yeah, he'll be joining us soon. At about 6 o'clock he's coming. Bit of a late comer. Okay, so Marshal's just explaining the spawn system to the players now by the looks of it. So you'll see the players touch a button, which is a little white light. Quite often you'll see them. Looks like it's friendly fire before the game's even started there in their spawn. So yeah, players will touch a little button as they respawn. That is basically a little counter. So every time the player respawns, they press that, count to 5, and then they're back in. That will like add to their score at the end. In this game type, it literally just counts. So obviously, team deathmatch, the aim of the game is to not get shot so much. So the team with the least amount of respawns is the winning team. So yeah, don't get shot. But in other game modes, I'll explain later on, it affects your score at the end, depending on how much you've respawned. So, alright, so this is game on. You see the lights flash 3 times, 5 times even, not 3 times. And there we go. Game on. There we go. So as you can see on our Marshal camera, it's pretty dark there. Later on you will be able to see a lot more on that when the targets are on. You can see all the shadows. I mean, certain places you'll see their torches, like now for instance. You can see a little bit there. But it's quite dark. I think Dan has a torch that he's shining at his feet so that people know that he's a Marshal and not a player there. But yeah, it's pretty dark. Players, it's a bit of a slow start. Some of them creeping out their spawns. Some of them a little light jog across the arena. I think a lot of people have been enjoying their bank holiday and probably quite tired from all the activities they've been doing. It seems fairly even on the respawns. both teams have sort of their kind of like trading kills by the looks of things. And as you just saw there, that was where what I was talking about with the respawns there. Again, they're just trading kills by the looks of it at the moment. I think some of the players haven't played in this arena layout yet, so they're trying to find their bearings. That's the idea of these first two games. They're kind of like a bit of a warm-up for the players. They get used to the pain of being up close to each other, and you know, the layout and everything like that. It's especially difficult in the dark in there. It's disorientating when the lights are on, so I imagine it's quite confusing when when the lights are off. When we were building it, we kept misplacing tools, and we swore we walked past that area several times and then went back, and then there it was, lying on the floor. And it was just because we were very confused about the layout, even though it was designed by us. So what I was talking about earlier in the safe zone, I spotted something quite interesting that you don't tend to see. You might see someone on the bottom left camera. He's just left the spawn now. You may see him pop up again into the center shortly, which is the top left. He just crept past there. He's choosing a sneaky route down the side by the looks of things, but you'll see him shortly. You'll notice he has a katana. There he is, there in the spawn in the bottom left. He has a toy katana as a melee weapon, which is quite good. So he's gone for... I thought it was a pistol he had there, but he's got a little SMG with his katana there. This is secondary, dual wielding almost. So, as you can add the lights as well there, you can see that's what I was talking about. It looks so much better when the targets are on there. They're not actually used in this game mode, but they are active just because that's just the way the spawns have to work. But yeah, it looks really cool in the dark in there. I haven't been able to play myself yet in the dark. Looking forward to when I get a chance to go up there and play. We're talking about doing a staff evening, so we all get to go up there and shoot each other. It'll be good fun. We might potentially stream that as well, so that'll be fun. Getting the marshal to adjust his camera a bit there. It's pointing a bit high. So again, the game seems to be pretty even so far. I might be completely wrong. We'll see at the end the actual numbers, but from what I can see visually with the amount of players going into each spawn, it seems pretty even. There's a few more of the players on... I can't even see what colour the bands are. I think it's the red team. It might be the green team. One of the teams. There's a few more at the moment going into their spawn, but seems to be fairly even so far. We're over the halfway now in the game. 3.5 minutes left, I think. Just can't get over how cool the the target lights make the arena look, especially with all the tracers and everything going around. It's like you're in Star Wars. I think most of these players are all sort of pretty versed players as well. All been playing a little while. Lots of little sneaky routes in this layout that we've got at the moment. Lots of little like alleyways and things like that, I guess you'd call them, that link between the center and the sides of the arena. So you can do some little sneaky plays if you catch someone off guard. You can sneak up behind them quite easily. A lot of walls sort of blocking obvious positions as well. We tried to make it so that there was always at least 2 places you can get shot from. Some cases there's a lot more than 2. Oh, someone there got tapped as soon as they left the spawn. Must have let a player just sort of sit right there. So, as you can see, he's choosing to go the opposite way out of his spawn this time. That's on the bottom left spawn, that is there. One minute remaining now. Who do you guys think is going to win this one then? Let me know in the chat who you think who you predict's going to win. I have no idea at the moment. I mean, it doesn't help that I can't really see what colours they are. I'll have to figure that out. I'm sure the guys on the left, on the bottom left spawn, I think they are green armbands there. And then the other ones will be the red ones. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I could be wrong though. I'll have to check with the marshal after the game. Purple are going to win. I don't think they will somehow there. Oh, and that's game over there. I got carried away. Well, we'll see if the purples win. I'll find out from the marshal shortly. I don't think they did somehow though. Just bear with me one moment while I find out who won there. So we're not too sure on the scores there. The scoreboard wasn't set up correctly, so we're not too sure. But I have a feeling it was very, very close. I'm not sure the exact numbers, but it looked fairly close. We'll definitely find out for the next game though, which will be in a few minutes. I think the players are pretty much ready to go by the looks of things already. But yeah, we'll give them a couple minutes and then we'll get to the next game. It will be another round of team deathmatch, so using the spawn counters again. So yeah, just bear with us a couple minutes. We'll be back in. So unfortunately, you're stuck with just me tonight. You might potentially hear from Lindsay on the microphone occasionally, but she's very busy in the shop this evening. So for now, it is just me commentating. No Chris tonight. He is on site at Driverwood. They're doing a all weekend sort of Vietnam event, which is quite cool. We've got a shop there, big old shop there. Lots of our stock has gone on site all weekend for the 3 days. So won't see Chris until next week now. Tell a lie. You might potentially hear from him on Sunday afternoon. We're not too sure yet. We'll find out. Not too long now. Players are pretty much ready. There's a couple of them still smoking and things like that. Just bear with us for another round of team deathmatch in a few minutes time. Those of you just joining us as well, as you may see in the title, it's lights out. So on Fridays we do a lights out session. If that's your cup of tea, then Friday's a night for you to book in. Lots of torches and like tracer units and all sorts of things going on. It's very cool to watch. Looks like Star Wars, especially with the low light and the lights from the targets as well. Looks really cool. If you're not into that, then obviously most other evenings and the weekends we run just anything kind of thing, you know, as long as it's under 350 and 1.14 joules, you're good to go. On Tuesday nights though, if you're feeling like some sort of John Wick wannabe or something like that, or you prefer just running pistols, or maybe even shotguns, that's probably the evening for you. We do shotguns and pistols on Tuesday evenings. So that's Tuesday evenings is pistols and shotguns, or shotguns and pistols, and Fridays is lights out. Every other night is anything goes. Okay, so our players are in position, ready for the next round. We have one more joining us shortly. He's literally just behind me now. He's just going up there, by the sounds of it. But we won't be until the next game probably. So this is again another team deathmatch. Let's get those cameras unmuted. There we go. I can hear our lovely players now. So there's game on. There we go. So whichever that team was, I think that is the red team, left their spawn pretty fast. Then the greens were there, sort of sat back. There's a red and a green, the opposite sides of the walls to each other right there as well. The top left. Oh no, that's the marshal. Never mind. Oh, and he's been shot. The marshal cam off as well, so you can see what's going on. It's very dark in there on the marshal cam. Seems to be looking up the floor. Not quite sure what he's doing there. There we go. We've got the Mr. Katana man there, the bottom center camera, the bottom right camera even. One of the targets has been turned on, so that area is now lit up. So it's a bit of a, there you go, and they're just lit up next to that player there. So he's kind of at a disadvantage. He was hiding in the dark, and now it's going to be quite easily seen. All his shadows are going to pop out everywhere. So I guess that is a kind of tactic you can use for this game mode, especially in the dark. You could tactically shoot the targets to create light in certain areas. That would be something I would try and do. Not sure if it's necessarily how it's intended to play, but it's a good idea. It's very sneaky. You've always got to have little sneaky tactics. The red lights certainly show a lot more though than the greens. Greens are a bit of a sort of a adult kind of green there. Lots of movement. Not so much fast movement like we saw yesterday. That was a very sort of fast-paced players. Everyone's a little bit slower today. But like I said, I suspect everyone's been out enjoying their bank holiday. So they're probably feeling a bit sorry for themselves. If you're just joining us, this round is Team Deathmatch. We're also running Lights Out tonight. On Fridays we run a session in the dark. this game, you'll see the players pressing that little white light. You can see those bottom two cameras there. There you go. One of them just did it just then. That basically is a little spawn counter. So every time the player respawns, they'll press that button, wait for 5 seconds, and they'll go back in. That will basically just tally up the amount of spawns that team has. In later games, that will sort of change a little bit. It's always going to be a spawn counter, but it'll work in a different way. But I'll explain that later on when we get to those games and start using the targets. CQB Airsofter, thank you for the follow there. How are you doing tonight? You enjoying the stream? Always looking for feedback as well, so any sort of ideas or suggestions, we're open to everything. Nice setup, thank you very much. It's taken a lot of effort to set up. Hopefully it's to your liking. Where have all the players gone? They're all hiding. Oh, there's one. There's two. There we go. They're coming out of the dark. They must have all been hiding in just off camera there. Majority of our arena is covered by the cameras that you guys can see. You can see a little bit more, but we haven't quite set that up for the stream just yet. Stream is awesome. Thank you very much. M4 Evo Bio. I'm not sure if I said that right. Might not be how they're supposed to pronounce that. But welcome to the stream, guys. I see your first time in the chat at least. Yes, yeah, they do. It looks really cool, doesn't it? The red lights, especially. That's actually lights from our targets. So we have interactive targets in the arena. We're not actually using them in this game, so you'll see the scoreboard at the bottom there. Just kind of ignore that. We're just using it as a timer, which is the point. We've got 5 minutes left on the game, so I'll just let the marshal know that. Marshalling tonight, we have Dan. He is. You'll see him. He's like a beacon. He's running. He's walking around in there with a torch in the high vis. It's very, very dark in there, so. You'll see him occasionally pop up with my cameras. But he's also got a camera attached to him. That GoPro there is Dan's head, effectively. So you're seeing what Dan's seeing. So I'll just explain it again. You'll see the player there just touched that little button in the spawn, the little light that flashed. And there's another one about to do it too. So they have to press that button and it counts the amount of spawns that they have on each team effectively. So that determines which team wins. I can see that on my little tablet down here, but you guys won't be able to see that just yet. We're working on that. We need to get the code for that. Last man standing. No, this is just a standard sort of team deathmatch. I'm sure we've got the stream on in the safe zone, so they'll probably be able to see your comment as well there once they're finished their game. We do not allow lasers, no. There's a lot of unregulated ones that have been popping up recently, so we kind of try to avoid them. They'd look really cool on the camera, but it's not worth someone's eyesight, unfortunately. How are we thinking? Which team do you think is going to win? It's a bit hard to tell, but I think the team on the bottom right camera, I think that is the green team, and then I can see one of those strange grenades that we've got there with the strobe. So the bottom right is the green team, I believe, and then the bottom left is the red team. So which team do you predict is going to be winning this one? I'm unsure at the moment. It looks fairly even. We'll have to wait till the end to find out for sure who's won. But looks pretty good so far. Both teams are sort of going in and out of their spawns just as much of it as each other. If I had to pick one, I would say the greens. I think I've seen in their spawn more than the reds. But I could eat my words soon. I might be wrong. A little bit of a fast walk across. Oh, and then he got shot. Such a shame. All of these players have got so much gear on. I think they find it difficult to move around so quickly. Thank you for the liking the stream, Lindsay. My sort of go-to for CQB is very, very lightweight. If I really have to wear a plate carrier, I wear like the smallest sort of jump plate that I can get, and then just a shooter's belt. Usually it's just a shooter's belt. I will run a helmet because I don't like getting shot in the head. But yeah, that's shooter's belt is what I always recommend. It's so much easier. Your internet's lagging. Oh, that's such a shame. I mean, you can always come to our cafe. We have free Wi-Fi in our cafe, or you can even watch it on the TV in our cafe. We've got it playing live in there right now. That's if you're local to us, obviously. If you're not local to us, then it's a bit of a mission to just watch a live stream. But I would definitely recommend coming to visit us. Got a massive shop, nice big cafe with lots of food on the menu as well, and obviously the kill house above the shop, which is cool. Someone just pressed the button there on the radio. Oh, and that is game over there. I didn't even see the time. Sorry, let's just find out in a minute who won. Okay, so the marshals just informed me. I was completely wrong. It looks like the Reds won that one. The Greens had 41. 41 respawns. I will write that in the chat. Greens 41 respawns. And the Reds had, I think it was 38, I believe. Yes. Sorry, the Reds had 38 respawns. So yeah, the Reds win. That was quite an interesting game. So the next game we're going to do will involve our targets as well. So it'll be lots more sort of objective. The players will be moving around a lot more, I imagine. We'll be chasing targets around the arena. So if you bear with us a few minutes, we'll get straight back in there. Can you buy BBs here? So as long as you're not using like BBs that you found in a bush somewhere, then you're all good. You can use your own, but yeah, you can also buy some here. We have like pretty much all you can think of airsoft supplies. We try and stock everything that we can. So we only run up to 2.5s in our arena because, to be honest with you, there's no distance for hopping anything above a 2.5 in there, so it doesn't really matter. You're only sort of be hurting people if you run a heavier weight. I've just been informed we have 2 more players joining in as well, so that'll be cool. One of them is our chef from the cafe. He has just finished work, so he's going to be playing up there. And then the next player is actually our other marshal as well, our standby marshal we have up there, Matt. So it's Matt and Kai will be joining us. They've both finished work now, so they're going to have a bit of a play. We do have a cafe, yes. We sell all sorts of stuff, as you can see on the screen now. We've got a nice little seating area there. It's like on the riverfront as well, so we sell lots of different things, from like burgers to pies. Shoot the staff, yeah. That's all we want. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy the food, but obviously I work here, so. But yeah, I eat here. I eat from the cafe every day. We do like full English. We do, you know, like there's chicken wings, there's burgers, there's roast dinners. We do everything. I think we even had curry on the menu for a while as a special. Fish and chips as well. That's another thing. It's like proper in-house beer battered cod. Very nice. We have our own car park as well, as you can see. It's tucked right out the way, so we're off away from the rabble. But yeah, that's our kill house, is the upstairs part of the building, and then shop and cafe are on the bottom floor there. It's staff versus the rest of the game, yeah. It might be a little bit outnumbered. There'd only be 2 of them up there, but they like to think that they'd have the advantage as well, but they probably don't. I have a feeling one of them's using one of our rental guns as well, so he's not going to have his own gear. I'll just double check with the marshal what we're running next, but I believe we're going to be doing a 2-shooter flip. I'll just find out. Okay, yeah, so just to confirm, we are definitely playing 2-shooter flip for this next one, which is quite interesting, quite an interesting game. One of my favourites that we run up there. So it involves the targets as well as the little spawn buttons that you saw in the first game. So the goal is to basically convert as many targets to your team's colour and hold them that colour for longer than the opposite team. The team to hold the targets for the longest, majority of the targets for the longest in their colour obviously wins. But if you just keep respawning, it will affect your score at the end. So the more you respawn, the more of a hit your score is going to take towards the end of the game there. So even if you're holding loads and loads of targets, doesn't mean that you're going to win if you're respawning loads. So if you get shot loads, then again, obviously you're not going to win. You can't just throw people constantly willy-nilly at the other team. It's not going to work. You've got to think about the way you're doing it. So players looks like they're just getting masks and goggles and stuff on right now. So yes, yeah, a couple of them are heading in. Get the cameras changed over in a few moments time. But so a couple minutes until the next game starting. So just bear with us. Have any of you guys ever played CQB before? If you have, what sort of style do you prefer? Do you prefer CQB or do you prefer outdoors? Or do you like a bit of a mix? I like a bit of a mix personally. Sometimes too much CQB for me is enough, but I like a big old mix. But saying that, I do love the sort of the smaller compact kind of arenas. So like, I mean, similar to our one, it's like almost mini games. So you don't get as worn out and angry, I find, when it's shorter periods of time, which is good. You can indeed use HPA as long as it's tournament locked and obviously under the limits. Then yes, yeah, that's absolutely fine. We actually will. You will see an HPA user up there shortly. I think he's wearing a pistol with the little M4 mag adapters. Yeah, you can use a drum mags. We don't have anything against drum mags. The games only last 10 minutes anyway, so it's like, you know, doesn't matter too much. You run out of ammo in 10 minutes, you've got problems. What HPA setup do you have then? Is it a rifle or is it a pistol with a an adapter or a drum mag? So you'll have to excuse my creaky chair. I don't know if you just heard it there, but it just made a very loud noise. There it goes. We are working on our audio setup as well, so this is just sort of like a very basic setup currently. We need to adjust all the levels properly with all the background noise, so you might occasionally hear some rustling or someone else talking. It's probably from our till in the shop, where I'm very close to the till, so you might occasionally hear customers in the background. Oh yes, TM Master Ace. Yes, I agree. I only have a Tipman Omega. I also have a Tipman Omega as well. I have a Mark 1 Tipman as well as my Omega, and I've done the same thing. Mine's a DMR also. Cool. I've just been informed. Oh, sorry, bear with me 1 second. I've just been informed by my marshal upstairs that they're just all getting into places now, so let's switch those cameras over. I can get that sorted. There we go. Mute them as well there so you can hear what's going on. Yeah, the gold match, I have the exact same pistol. I've spent about £500 on upgrades on mine and turned it into a monster. The most short strokes gun I've ever used. But I left the original slide, the plastic slide, because it doesn't weigh anything, and it's amazing. I run that with a MP5 adapter though, not the M4. I haven't really used my Titman Omega that much either, to be honest with you. I've used it once or twice. I have so many guns. I buy too many guns and then don't have the chance to use them. I've currently built 2 Polar Star builds as well, which are one is a Kythera DMR, and the other is it's a F2 DMR. So they're both DMR builds. One of them was going to be a high speed, but didn't end up being that way. I am currently prepping to build one as well for one of the players upstairs currently as well. Our chef, who is on the right camera there. Looks like they're having a little team deathmatch in their spawn. Cool, 5 seconds till the start of the game here. Dan is just starting it off. So this is 2-shooter flip. You'll see the targets will currently be off when the game starts. The goal is the players need to take the targets, change them to their colour and hold them in that colour for as long as they can. The longer they hold the targets, the more score they get. So the more targets you've got, obviously you're going to be pumping more, scoring majority of the targets. The amount of respawns do affect your final score though, so if you respawn loads it will negatively impact your score. Yes, I do love gas blowbacks. I prefer them over AEGs any day, but they are a massive disadvantage. How do you find them in the dark? Oh, you just kind of, you know, if you've got a torch, you can find them. Oh, I got shot there twice. Double tapped. One to the special parts there by the looks of it as well. He's only just got in the arena as well. That is Kai, our chef from downstairs there. Considers himself a little bit of a speed softer, but we all know he's just bad. Got some BFGs being used up there currently as well. I just heard it from in the shop. Feel free to clip anything as well if you want to see something silly. Give it a clip. We'll make like a highlight reel of the clips eventually as well, which would be cool. He's struggling. He's already been taken down. There he goes back out of the spawn there. We've got our Marshal. His beacon is lit there. I just realised I haven't turned the Marshal camera on. Let's do that. There we go. Now you can actually see what Dan sees. It's much cooler when all the targets are on. It's still pretty dark, but it's you can see, kinda. Like low light, kinda. Nice and cool. Still requires a torch to be able to see any distance in there. I'm just waiting to see Kai get shot in the soft area again. What we enjoy to see. He's a bit gobby, Kai is, so we're all a bit we all like shooting him. There are 20 targets in total, so you can see the little scoreboard at the bottom underneath all the cameras there, flicking up and down. So currently the red team have 10, well there you go, it's just changed. So it changes really rapidly. They have 8, 9, you can see it keeps changing, I'm not going to bother trying to tell you how many targets they have. But that's how you see, you've got green and red there. As far as we're aware as well, we're not aware of many airsoft sites actually using targets in their games. I think there's a couple now, but we were one of the first ones a long time ago when we first opened our upstairs site, long before we started the streaming. We recently just had a big rebuild up there. It's literally been completely ripped down and built from scratch, so it's all brand new. To some of these players, they haven't played here just yet. They played here last weekend, I believe. Some of them did anyway, but most of them haven't. So it's a lot of people's first time back in here, even if they are a regular player to us. We were closed for like 4 months, I think it was. A long time. Might have even been 5 months. Seemed like it was a lot longer though. Tried to go all out though, so we've done this, spent all this time sort of setting up this stream. All the cameras in there and everything. We will be adding more cameras at some point as well. We're along the line. Yeah, the lights do look really cool on the Marshall cam. We will be adding another interesting camera. We have one of those Insta 360 cameras, so it's like the you see like the airsoft YouTubers use them quite a lot. We have one of those, and we're going to be running it on a zip line across the top of the arena, so it'll be like a bird's eye view, which will be really cool. We just haven't got around to setting that up quite just yet, but that would be really good. Yes, he wasn't wearing his plate carrier yesterday, but today he's decided to wear it. So I have a feeling you are probably correct there. He probably gets shot quite a lot in there. I think hence the torch as well, so you can kind of see see it's him. You see some of the players there are fighting over one of the targets control. Those two center ones just in front of the Marshall there keep getting changed from green to red to green. So far the scores are looking very, very equal, which is a good thing because it means the teams are even. So I can see that it's just sort of switching between the lead between both coloured teams, so it's really difficult to tell who's going to be the winner again. It might be down to the respawns, which is why we implemented the respawns there, so it can completely change the game. One team respawns a lot more than the other, they're obviously going to lose a lot more points than the other team is. So we're almost at the we're over the halfway point. I got a bit carried away there. I was enjoying myself a bit too much. We're almost towards the later end of the game actually as well, so we're nearly done on this round. Each game is 10 minutes long as well, because there's only sort of so much time you can spend in there running backwards and forwards getting shot very close. It means you get more games in as well. We run the session from 5 till 9, so plenty of 10-minute games in that amount of time there. Two minutes left, 2 minutes remaining. Let's see if anybody sort of takes a bit of a jump in the lead on this last half. Well, and as I said it, there you go, the Reds they seem to be holding more points than the Greens are now, although it's now turned around the other way. So it's really hard to tell with this game. It's very fast. It's a very sort of fast-paced arena. Lots of movement and lots of corners and all sorts of things. It's very easy to move from one end to the other very quickly. and take all the targets on the way too. I believe the centre targets seem to have been red for a lot longer than the greens, than they've been green, I think. And I mean, it goes to show at the moment because as I said, it changed, but the reds had 15 targets up for a moment there. So I have a feeling the reds are going to win this one, but we'll wait and see. Last minute of the game now. You guys got any idea on who you think's going to win this one? The reds or the greens? All the little tracers going everywhere. It's like Star Wars. Speaking of Star Wars, I need to watch the new Obi-Wan series. I don't know if anybody's been watching that. Okay, so here we go. This is game over. Here we go. And yep, the reds win. I'm not sure what their spawns were, but yeah, they dominated that. So it was a 30 to 70% kind of, well, 70 to 30 split there. So the reds definitely took that one. Started off pretty even though, but towards the end the greens just seemed to, you know, they just slowed down a bit. We have the marshal shooting at the floor there, so I'm going to change the cameras over. We're going to be back shortly with another game. I'm sure it'll probably be another round of two-shooter flip there, but we'll wait and see. Probably like a 5-minute break. I'll let you know. Let's all look a bit tired. So Marshall just informed me that the respawns were actually incredibly close. The red team had 57 respawns, so they actually died more than the greens, because the greens only got 55, but that is only 2 respawns out. So like I said, it is very evenly matched. I think the reds were just a bit more on controlling the targets more than the greens were there. So we'll see who wins the next game. They are going to switch ends of the arena. Not that it really matters, because we've designed it in an asymmetrical layout, so both sides of the arena are the exact same. It's like a mirror, effectively, but some sort of weird broken mirror. But it's a mental thing. Players seem to think one end has an advantage to the other. The building's not completely square, so maybe there's some sort of logic behind that, but realistically, no. Both sides are the same. Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to just run into the cafe. So we are now just on a quick break. The players are just having a little bit of a breather. Some of them got come down to get drinks and things like that. We are doing another round of 2-shooter flip. I think they're just switching ends, which makes no difference because our arena is completely symmetrical. So it's the exact same on both sides of the arena. To stop arguments, but people think it's some sort of advantage switching ends. One side apparently is better than the other, but they're both exactly the same. Is there a ghost? What do you mean by a ghost? Hope not. I'm not too sure on that, to be honest. I'll have to investigate. Might be a tab that's unmuted or something on my end here, but I don't think there is. Well, it could have been. It could be the music coming through my speakers here. But I've just turned them down now, so maybe it was that. So if you're just joining us, we're just on a short break. Next game is going to be a second round of 2-shooter flip. In 2-shooter flip, the aim of the game is to shoot the targets, turn them into your team's colour, and hold them in that colour for as long as you can. The more targets you hold in that colour, the more points you're going to rack up. And yeah, try not to respawn so much, because respawns do affect your score. You'll see the players will press a button in their spawn. That will count as like the amount of respawns that their entire team has, and it will negatively affect their score by the end of the game. So if you're respawning loads, it's going to really take a huge chunk of points off your score. Let me know if you can still hear all those weird noises, or if anybody else can hear those sounds there. Still not sure if it was our end or it was just your end. Shouldn't be too long now. The next couple minutes we should be in for the next game. But all the players are back in the safe zone now, so a couple of them are dancing currently. I'm not quite sure what they're doing there, but looks like they're just about to head back in now. Yeah, so definitely the players are about to head back in. They're all just putting their goggles on. Here we go, players are just entering the arena now. Let me just switch the cameras over for you guys. Cool, thank you, Dan. Dan's just let me know about 30 seconds to the start of the game. So this game is, well, for those of you that don't know, 2-shooter flip. The aim of the game is to shoot the targets, turn them your colour, your team's colour that is, and hold them for that colour as long as you can. The team to hold the most targets, their colour for the longest, is the winner at the end. They'll get the most score for the most targets. So here we go, this is the start of the game. The respawns will affect the end game score as well, so the more you respawn, the more it will negatively affect your score. So here we go, game on. Bring up the Marshall cam once he's all sorted. There we go. Very fast start for both teams. So we've got a green, couple greens respawn into one red there. The Reds won last time, but only just. They won on. No, it wasn't only just. They held 70% of the targets of the arena, whereas the Greens only held 30%. But the respawns were pretty much bang on. They were only two different. And the Reds actually respawned 2 more times than the Greens did, so very even, player-wise anyway. Players are playing objective-wise, maybe not so much. You can see all the cool lights there on the Marshall cam. Seems to have set up shop in the centre of the arena, and that seems to be a spot that he likes. I believe he is standing in. What is that in front of him there? Oh, jeez. Some sort of strobe grenade. I think that surprised him. How bright are the torches? I don't know, to be honest. My torch that I have on my pistol is 1500 lumens, so I have quite a bright one. I think some of these players have got some fairly decent gear as well, so I imagine they've got some pretty bright torches up there. They do look pretty bright. Yeah, that grenade is a very bright one. You might have seen videos of them. They strobe, and oh, my Marshall camera is just disconnected. Bear with me on that one. So the strobe grenades, I don't know if you've seen them online. They kind of they strobe and make a really loud noise, but they're really cool. So yeah, Dan has just confirmed GoPro's just run out of batteries there. So we won't be able to see until the next game through his eyes, unfortunately. We've got more batteries all charged up for that though, but we'll just sort it out in the next one. Still got, I think it's Ed, the guy's name with the katana. Still got Ed running around with his katana there. He used to run a katana and a riot shield in our old layout. And it was interesting. How do you guys feel about riot shields? I have quite a strong opinion on them. I won't express my opinion. But it seems like quite a lot of players do enjoy to use riot shields nowadays. So it looks like the Reds do seem to be getting majority of the targets again. Is that a no from you on riot shields? Yep. That's good. That's the reaction I wanted to hear. Hodge? What's that? Oh, target. Okay, yeah. Yeah, just blow them up. Throw as many as you can at him. So it seemed like the Reds were taking more targets than the Greens, but they do seem to still be doing that. But the Greens had it back there for a few seconds. I have a feeling the Greens are more focused on shooting at other people rather than doing the actual objectives. Yeah, definitely. Look, at the moment we've got 14 to the Reds, and we did have 6 there. Yeah, 6 to the Greens right there. Yes, yeah, you can. I suppose the riot shields do stand out. They can make for some fun games as well, to be fair. When done in the right way, they can be very fun. Looks like we've got some very tired players already, only 4 games in. I just love seeing those tracers as well, they look so cool on the cameras. What do you guys do with tracers? Do you guys run tracers? Do you prefer to run without? Do you run like a mix of BBs? I personally, I used to run a tracer a lot, then I kind of switched to a mix, and now I don't really do it as much. I find that it gives you a way, but I suppose if everybody's using them, it doesn't really matter. Those new Bifrost ones are really cool, the rainbow one. They look really cool on gas blowbacks. Rainbow fire coming out of your gun, looks really cool. We always sell out of the Bifrosts as soon as we get them in. Yeah, they do give you up. But I mean, I think there's literally only one person up there that's not using a tracer tonight, so I don't think it matters too much for most of the players. There might be 1 or 2 of them that aren't. I think a couple of the players up there have actually got GoPros on themselves by the looks of it, so maybe we'll see some videos and stuff like that later on this weekend, or maybe next week, from these players' perspectives. always be good to have a look at their kind of videos and stuff, and maybe like make a big compilation of all the players that played in the arena. That'd be really cool. Yes, yeah, of course you can film. Like, we're filming you, so yeah, why not? No filming. I suppose, like, I kind of understand. Some people don't want people seeing us, like, a way a certain sites run and things like that, I guess. But we're quite open, as you can quite clearly see. You're watching it all live. It's not really something that we've even considered saying no cameras, to be honest. It's if anything, we want to encourage people to film themselves. We once toyed with the idea of having cameras strapped to a couple of players while they're up there with the GoPro. But we didn't do that in the end. It'd still be quite a cool idea to try out sometimes. But yeah, it didn't end up happening. And I think with the addition of our Insta360 camera, when we get that, we're probably on our limit of things that we can stick on view. So we're in the last 30 seconds of the game now. It's all gone a bit crazy. Everybody's started running everywhere. A lot of movement. I believe there's possibly 9 or 10 players up there now. Getting a bit hectic. Lots of movement. We've got the last 10 seconds. Is it going to be a mad dash, or is everybody leading the end of the game there? Oh, there we go. So the Reds win. And again, it was a 70-30 kind of split there. So they had 70% of the targets. Right, let's see how the spawns were in a few minutes. Find out from Dan what our respawns were like. So let's just switch over to our break screen. How are the sound levels and stuff? Is the game too loud? Is the music too loud? Am I too loud? Tell me to shut up if you want me to. Okay, so Dan's just confirmed it was actually quite a hard win from the Reds this time. So the Reds had, I think it was a lot less respawns. Give me 1 second, I'll just double check that. So it was 63 respawns on the green team. I'll just find it out what the Reds one were. Now I think it was about 40 something, or it might have been 53. I can't remember exactly what he just said, but yeah, the Reds did seem to do a lot better than the Greens in that game, unfortunately for the green team. The first two games started off fairly even, and now it seems like the Greens need to step their game up a little bit. Dropping off behind, it started off very even. It's only this one game so far that they've dropped back quite severely, though. The last game they were pretty much on the money there. Yes, the spawn counter thing is quite a unique thing that we had Neil at Attack Sense sort out for us. So the targets we use are made by a company called Attack Sense, and Neil is the guy that sorted them out. It's all custom coded and everything, which is really cool. The triggers that we actually use, which so the buttons the players use, were not really intended to use as a spawn counter. They're mainly to trigger events and things like that. So you can use them to trigger smoke machines and stuff like that. But we asked him if we could try and find a way to use them as spawn counters, and he worked his magic, and there we go. Now we've got some counters to count the players spawning, which is quite cool. You just got to rely on the players to press the button, but I don't think we've seen anybody not using them as intended just yet, so we'll see how that goes, but it seems to be going really well. Everybody's said some really positive feedback on that, so let us know obviously what you think. You think that's really cool, and that makes us happy. So if you're just joining us, we are on just a short break. They've just played 2 games of 2-shooter flip. I will just find out in a few moments what we're playing next, but they're just having a short break. They all look a bit sweaty in the safe zone there. Some of them aren't even in the safe zone. I think we've got a few smokers with us tonight, so have to cater for the smokers. Thank you for the like there on Facebook, Gareth. The next game I've just found out that we're going to be playing is our attack and defend game, which is my favourite one that we play in there. Again, involves the targets like the last one does. Last one did even. So in attack and defend, one team is attacking, the other is defending, obviously. The goal is to shoot all of the targets in the arena, so all 20 targets in the fastest time possible. The teams who do it the fastest win. So all the targets will light up whichever colour, so it would be red or green. The players will then run around, try and find all the targets as quickly as possible. One team will be protecting the targets, so trying to prevent one team from taking them all out, and the other team will just be attacking. So the attackers usually have unlimited lives on this one, and I think we usually do the defenders on a limit here. I think we did them on 2 lives yesterday, so we'll see how we do it today. Dan might change his mind. Hopefully we'll get the Marshall's camera set up again for this one as well, so you can see what Dan can see. Be it very dark though. This game will actually progressively get darker as it goes on, technically, because they'll be turning the targets off as they progress through the arena. So to start with, they'll all be lit, and then they'll be shooting them, and it will get darker and darker, so it will make the game a lot harder. But it will give the defending team more places to hide in the dark. Whether they use that knowledge to their advantage or not is up to them. They can actually potentially hear me in the safe zone at the moment, so we'll see if they react to that, but they might not be listening. Hopefully not much longer till the next game. Majority of the players are in the safe zone. One or two that aren't in there that I can see at the moment. Hi there, yes, hi Boom. We are open tomorrow. We won't be live streaming tomorrow as we have no players booked in for a session. But Sunday we are live streaming again, but our shop and cafe are open as normal. And our range as well. We have a little shooting range in our shop too, which uses the same targets that we use in our arena. So if you've just joined us as well, I'll just let you know that we're just on a short break. The players are in the safe zone and out of the safe zone, all smoking and things like that. They're just having a little breather in between games here. They should be back into the arena shortly. We'll have to wait and see the exact time, but I think they're all back in the safe zone by the looks of it. So I think Dan is just explaining the game to the players now. So not too long. Dan is our marshal, by the way, for tonight. Not too long now until the next game. So, you haven't missed much, I don't think. We're just waiting on the players now. They're just having a little small briefing on the next game. We are playing a different game. I don't know if you heard me explain the game that we're playing next, but it's an attack and defense. So, one team will be attacking, the other will be defending. The goal is to shoot all of the targets out in the arena, so they'll all be active at the beginning, and they need to take them out as fast as they can. So the team to take them out the fastest is the winning team there. The game will actually progressively get darker in the arena as they go on. So the lights on the targets will start off all being lit. They'll shoot them, and then oh, you're back now, I see. So they'll shoot the targets, and then the lights will go off on the targets. So they'll actually be making it darker as they go. So the defending team would, if I was on the defending team, I'd take the opportunity to hide in the dark as they progress through and take them out. But we'll see what they do there. Dan is just setting up the target system now for this game. The players look pretty ready to me. I'm not sure who's attacking or defending first, so I'll find out that once Dan's sorted. It looks like we've got one of the players in the chat there telling everyone to take their hits. I will have to confirm who's attacking first. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay, so Dan has just told me the greens will be attacking first, so the red team will be the first defending team. The green team will need to take out all the targets in like as fast as they can. The team to do it fastest obviously wins. Respawns in this one, the attacking team has unlimited lives and the defending team have 2 lives each. So it will eventually the defending team, if they're not careful, will no longer have any lives and they'll just leave the targets open to be shot. Let's get it switched over. It's the targets. The players seem to be shooting themselves, shooting each other in the spawns there, as they've been doing. Here we have game on now. It's nice and dark in the arena. The red lights. So we've got greens on the attack first, so I'll write that in the chat so I don't forget. Green attack first. We've got a few reds being taken out. So far no greens have been shot by the looks of it. If I am seeing that correctly anyway. Oh, there's one. Ah, here we go. There's a few. Oh no, they are red players. So yeah, we have had greens being respawned. They're actually respawning quite a lot. So on the bottom left, that is the greens, and the right camera on the bottom there, that is the reds. All the greens do seem to be stacked up together at the moment, which is not what you want to be doing, especially in an arena like this. There's so many different ways you can go. All going the same direction is not a good plan. It's all going to get stuck and one of you is just going to get shot one at a time. And a green player respawning there. And then 2 reds, 3 reds. You can see that guy standing next to Dan there. Must have been his camouflage. The katana man. Not sure if defending with a katana is their best idea, but seems to be working for him. That's the first time I've seen him respawn. So we've got 2 minutes yet, and they have taken 17 out of 20 of the targets. So they've only got 3 left to get. But I have a feeling they're quite close to the red spawn there. So I think that's another red player out. There's 2 red players out. 3 red players out. Unless his gun's just not working. But I have a feeling that is him out. Out, and there's another one just got taken out as he just comes through his own spawn. So, there's only 1 left, I think. 1 red player left. There's 1 target. Oh no, there we go. There it goes. So that's the aim of the game, is to take out all the players, then just rush the targets. So the Greens attacked. They managed to do it in 2 minutes and 55 seconds. So yeah, just confirmed from Dan there. 2 minutes 55 seconds for the Greens attack there. We're gonna switch it around. Dan's just gonna sort the tablet out for the opposite way around. So the Reds will now be attacking. We'll see who does it in the faster time. Have you guys got any predictions on who's gonna win? Who's gonna be the faster team? So far, the Reds have been dominating the evening so far. The first couple of games were fairly even, and then the Reds just took over. The 3rd and 4th game there, so we will see. So 5 seconds till start the game now. Here we go, and the Reds aren't even ready. They're too busy shooting each other. They're still shooting each other as the game starts. Oh dear. The Greens were definitely a bit more prepared than that. I did just see, I think it was a ricochet. Tracer definitely bounced off someone and they just carried on, but I have a feeling it was a ricochet because there wouldn't have been anybody standing where it came from. So he might have even shot himself there. So let's turn our master cam back on so you can see that. He's following some Greens around currently. I think he is standing in the green spawn there, so lots of green respawns then. So there's 1 out already, I think. Maybe not. Maybe he's... Oh, they've done it. Didn't even notice. 58 seconds. Not... Oh, almost our record time, but they definitely won there. The Reds definitely win. So 58 seconds. Pretty fast. Our fastest time we've ever had it was, well, in this new layout anyway, was 55 seconds, and that was a few days ago now. But the Reds win that one for sure with 58 seconds. So far the Reds have been the quite clear dominant team after the first and second game, that is anyway. We shall see if what we're going to play next. If you bear with us a few minutes, we'll set up the next game for you. I was just talking to Dan. We're gonna see. I can see what we're gonna do next. So we're gonna see. Also, we're also gonna see if the players want to do a little bit of a mix up. If they're happy, then we'll let them carry on as they are. But we feel like the Reds are a little bit of an advantage this evening. But we'll see. We'll see what the players want to do. So the next game is Team Domination. This is similar to Two Shooter Flip, but kind of also opposite as well. So the idea is to take out as many of your team's stop team killing Wargunning. There was a few team kills there, well, definitely at the start of the game anyway. Okay, so we've done a little bit of a change up. Like one of the players has been moved over to the other team. See if that changes things up a bit. But yeah, this next game it involves taking out your targets that are your color. So not changing them to your color, but taking them out. So if you see a target, say you're on the red team, you see a target that's red, you want to shoot that target. You want that target to not be red. But there's random intervals where the targets can respawn in the same place, or they'll respawn randomly. They'll respawn across the other side of the arena, or they won't respawn at all. It's a bit of a random, strange number game, this one. The respawns are also in sort of play, so they will affect your score at the end. But yeah, basic idea is to try and, if you see a target that is your color, you need to take that out. Make sure it's not your color anymore. The more targets that you take down, the more points you'll get. Obviously, the more times you respawn as well, the more points will be taken away from your team at the end. So don't die. So I actually just had a weather alert on my phone. It looks like it's going to be a miserable weekend, so why don't you come and play in the kill house? We're indoors, the weather doesn't affect us. We're actually almost fully booked now, and probably hear the phone ringing now. There's probably more people trying to book in. But we're fully booked on Sunday. We haven't got a session running tomorrow, so we won't be on the stream tomorrow, so you won't see us then. But you'll see us on Sunday, all day on Sunday from around about 9 o'clock till 6 o'clock. A little bit after 9. Players usually start the first game because they always end up turning up late at about 10ish, almost like quarter to 10 sort of time. So you'll probably see us then. But for now, you've got us for the rest of the evening here tonight with the lights out on the Fridays. So be normal. Anything kind of goes. Lights on, lights off, whatever on the weekend on Sunday. But for now, we've got the lights out tonight. if you're just joining us or have been away, we're just on a short break. Players are absolutely knackered. You can see that they're all a bit sweaty. So they're just having a short break. It's been quite a hot day, so the arena is nice and warm for them up there at the moment. Not long now till the next game. I'll have to find out what we're playing next. Oh no, I've already been told. We're playing a domination sort of game. So the aim of the next game is to if you see a target your colour, shoot it. The more targets that your team takes out, the more points you'll get. You don't want the targets to stay your colour, so you need to turn the lights off basically effectively on the targets. The more you do that, the more points you'll rack up. Not like the last game we played where you want to change the targets to your colour. You want to stop them from being your colour effectively. The respawns as well will be a big factor in this game. The more your team respawns, the more points you'll lose. So try not to respawn so much. So it would seem there's some team killing been going on. I'm not surprised. But I'm also glad because Kai is up there. The more anybody team kills Kai, the more points their team gets. Hopefully some of the airsofters that are playing heard that today. I'll just repeat that so I'll make sure the players that are playing can hear me. But the more Kai gets team killed, the more points that team will get. I've heard anyway. So it looks like some of the players are heading into their spawns now. I'll get the cameras switched over for you guys in a moment, once we get a few more players in. Cool, so here we go. Thank you, Dan. So here's the players just entering the arena now. Let's get them unmuted so you can hear what's going on. See if we see any more team killing. Fingers crossed. So hopefully not too long now till Dan starts the game off. Most of the players are in there. I've got one or two still in the safe zone. Filling with their gear. Only seems to be one red player. They spawn at the moment. I think some of the other red players are having a wander around. Someone's shining a torch at us there. Thank you for that. That's really quite annoying. We've made it all go all strange. There we go. Camera's just readjusting there. Who did that? We've had one player switch teams, I think. I'm not sure who the player was. But in sort of an attempt to even out the odds. Because we did find the Reds were a little bit dominant. In the last two games. Last three games, in fact. So this game is team domination as well. So the aim of the game is to shoot any target that you see is your colour. The more targets that you shoot that are your colour, the more points that your team will get. Obviously you don't want to be shooting the opposite team's colours because you'll be giving them points. So you don't want the colours targets to be your colour essentially. So if you see a red target and you're on the red team, you want to shoot the red target. You want to try and turn those lights out as quick as you can and as much as you can. The respawns will affect your score. Yeah, so the respawns will affect your score. The more your team respawns, the more negatively it will affect your score. You'll have loads of points taken off of you at the end of the game there for respawning loads. Apologise for the creaky chair. So it looks like the majority of the players are ready. We're just waiting on Dan to start the game off. This one's a bit of an odd one to track on the scoreboard while it's active. So here we go, team domination. There's a game on. Looks like I think it was the green team. No, it's the red team. The red team didn't really move out their spawn very quickly there. Get that Marshall cam on for you guys. Quite dark there, to be fair, at the moment where Dan is. So, at some points in this game, you might see that there's hardly any targets active. There can be 2 targets up at one time. There can be 20 targets up at one time. It's completely random. The scoreboard is a bit confusing as well. You'll see the numbers jump up and down quite drastically. Changes quite dramatically all the way through this round here. The main thing we're looking for is the timer there. So the way we can sort of tell the score is at the end of the game, really, in this one. The way I like to visually kind of look for it is see what kind of colours you see more of. So at the moment I'm seeing more reds than I am greens, which to me says that the reds aren't taking enough of their targets out, and the greens are doing quite a good job at taking them out there. So I mean, that red player there, he's standing next to several red targets and wasn't even shooting them. He was more focused on shooting another player. So that's not how you're going to win this game. Gotta just keep shooting those targets. Hey, there's another red player right next to a red target, wasn't shooting it. In fact, he's next to 2, because where the marshal is stood, there's a target above his head. Probably not the best place to stand, but there is one literally right behind him. It's just been shot. That player then, he got given away by a target. He was standing in the dark, it lit up next to him randomly, and then he got shot. So that's also a sort of a thing in this game, especially in the dark. Obviously it completely changes, like in complete darkness there you cannot see that player, but when the targets are lit you can see him. Very red dominant, the colours, from what I'm seeing. So hopefully that means that the greens are doing a bit of a comeback here and taking out as many targets as they can. It's a bit of a hard one to explain to some of the players. They don't quite fully understand this one. Due to another similar game we have where they need to hold the targets as their colours, but in this one they don't want to be doing that, they want to be shooting them. So that target there you can see on the Marshall camera keeps respawning as red. So that could just randomly respawn as red forever, or it could change to green, or it could not light up for the rest of the game. It might just be random. It seems to just be respawning as red for now, so that player's taking full advantage of that. There's a player on both sides of the walls. I have a feeling they're on the same team. Nope, they were in fact on different teams there. What are you guys thinking of this game mode? One of our harder game modes, this one. So it looks like we've got 5 minutes remaining of this game. I'm not too sure. I still have a feeling the greens have got this one because I'm seeing more red targets than I am greens up at one time. Well, I could be wrong. They could be doing some strange things. So there's our chef there, right in front of the marshal. Hopefully he gets team killed in a second. And there he's gone. Now you see that target took a little while to respawn that time, whereas usually it's been pretty instant. So it's like random. Seems to still be red though. Still can't get over the cool factor of the tracer units in the dark and stuff like that, and the torches. Looks so cool. Everything looks a bit like a little future lasery thing. It's like they're playing laser tag without little rubbish toy guns. With big toy guns instead. Still unsure on who is going to be winning this game. I have a feeling it might be the greens, but we'll have to see. Oh, almost their player almost got shot there. As you can see as well, the respawn buttons are active in this game, so you will see players pressing the spawn buttons in those two bottom cameras right there. Those white lights, they are a little spawn counter. They'll press that button. It will affect their score at the end of the game. Looks like he's having gun issues. I was on the Marshall cam there. Never fun. Yeah, I can see him now in the spawn. One of the red team, and now there's 3 of them all looking at a gun problem, which is not what they want. They want players out there shooting targets, not staring at a gun. No. Oh, and he got shot straight as he left his spawn. So maybe he should have stayed in there a few seconds longer. And again, seems to be stuck in his spawn right there. They just need to push out together. Watch the corners. Every single corner you go around in this arena layout, you can be shot from a couple of places. You really do have to be careful when you're just running out. It's a bit of a speed softer's dream, this kind of arena, but they have to be aware. Can't just aimlessly run around corners. We've got 5 seconds left. Here we go, this is the end of the game. So the greens did win. I predicted it correctly. Not sure how much by. We'll find out soon when our marshal's back in the safe zone there. I had a feeling the greens would win that one. I could see a lot more red targets up at any time, and the fact that there was 3 reds in their spawn looking at a gun issue probably didn't help their chances. Let's see what the final scores are. Just trying to look through Dan's eyes. Okay, so it looks like the greens actually respawned more times than the reds did. The reds only respawned 49 times, but the greens respawned 53. But looks like the greens were a bit more focused on taking out the targets than the reds were. So it's a win for the greens, which is nice. A little bit of a comeback. See how it fares for the next game. It'll be almost a decider. Got plenty of more time for more games though. We're running till just before 9, so not too long, but plenty of time for more fun. Next game should be in a few minutes time. I'll let you guys know on an exact ETA when I can, but for now the players are just going to be on a short break, so just bear with us a few minutes and we'll be back. So we've got another round of team domination up next. The greens won the last round. Let's see if the reds make a comeback again for the next one. But the greens have been on a bit of a losing streak, so it was nice to see them win. So just to let you guys know, players are just having a short break. They've all been running around like mental people. We will be back shortly in a few minutes' time with another round of team domination. Just bear with us a few minutes. We'll give them a bit of a rest. Chef's got to get his pies out the oven. Don't think he's got any in the oven currently. He's actually finished his shift. Lucky for him. Apparently, there's only one pie left. That's not good. They get some more pies in. They seem to be selling. So, where are we at? So we are just about to start a new game. Here we go. So this is another round of team domination. In this game, the players will need to transfer the... the players will need to take out the targets that are their colour. So if there's a red target and they're on the red team, they want to shoot that target. The more targets they shoot, the more points they get. The targets can spawn in random sort of locations, so certain ones will be red, certain ones will be green. They may not necessarily respawn there immediately, they might take a little while to respawn, but there can be any amount of targets up at any time. The whole aim is to try and try and keep your target lights off. So the more targets you see of one colour, that usually means that team's not doing so well. So far, first thing I've noticed is I can see a lot of red. So it looks like the greens are doing well again. The greens won the last game. So I think they've still got the control of the arena there. The reds don't seem to be taking their targets out as much. Well, they're doing a little bit better now, so we'll see. It's like one of the strobe grenades going off there, right next to the marshal. I'm sure he loves that. Is there someone dual wielding pistols? Yes, it is. Interesting. I've never really understood how that works, really. How do you reload? Not like a game where your hand just goes out of view and then it's reloaded. There are lots of tracers again. I do like seeing the tracers in the dark, they do look really cool. Lots of ricochets as well. The unfortunate way this arena is sort of laid out is there are an awful lot of opportunities to do ricochets. there's a lot of corners and things bounce off of corners, so a lot of ping-ponging around. Just over halfway, just over the 5-minute mark there. I have a feeling the green's got it again. Just purely from what I can see on Dan's little camera there, the Marshall cam. There's a lot more red than there is green. Not so much this time, but that was very accurate. That guy just there. 2 shots, 2 targets. Very impressed. Some of them aren't very big either, are these targets? They're only only sort of like the palm of your hand kind of size. The biggest ones are probably like, I don't know, double your head size, I suppose. Some of them are quite small though. I'm now starting to notice there's some greens being left up. A lot of the red team are just sitting in their spawn though, so probably not helping their side. You've got to keep moving around in this game mode. Looks like the Reds are doing better, but I'm not convinced they're doing as well as the Greens seem to be. Got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes on this game now, so not too long. The red lights just, again, can't get over how cool they look in the dark. The silhouettes of the players stand out really cool, like really well. The red lights there. And someone mentioned in the chat earlier, it does look a bit like kind of like night vision almost, or like thermal vision or something. So we're just coming up to 1 minute left now. I think the Greens have got this. A lot of people switched from their primaries to their secondaries. I see a lot more pistols in this round than I have before. Ten seconds left now. And there we go. There's game. So yeah, the greens did win again, like I thought they would. So let's switch over. So the green team win. Again, though, they had more respawns than the reds did. The reds had 31 respawns and the greens had 36. But once again, the reds weren't as focused on the targets as they were shooting the other team or their own team. But the Kai's on their team, so that's fine. The more they team kill him, the more points they get, I guess. In my books, anyway. Maybe not by our target system. So we will be back again with a different game. I'll find out from Dan what we are playing next after a break. But bear with us and we'll be back with more games. So Dan's just deciding with the players now what they're going to play next. So a couple minutes and we'll figure it out. And yes, the greens did dominate. They've been dominating the last couple games, which is good because the reds were doing pretty well at the start of the evening. So it's nice that it's flipped. I agree. Craig does need to up his game. Okay, so Dan has just confirmed with me that the next game is going to be team deathmatch. So the spawn counters will be the most important thing in this game. So obviously when the players respawn, they've got to press that button, and off they go. The team with the least amount of respawns obviously is the winner. One with the most is the loser. So don't get shot. So some of the players are entering the arena now. We'll just switch over so you can see them. There they are. Oh, let me just... I need to be seeing that. There we go. So not too long till the game starts. Dan is literally just about to start it off now. I think a couple of players have sat out for this one. I think it's just one player actually. So back to our original amount, I believe. I think it's 4v4. Or is it 3v3? It might be. No, I think it is 4v4. Yeah, it is 4v4. There we go. So once again, this is team deathmatch. The team with the least amount of respawns wins the game. The respawns are counted by a little button in the spawn. You'll see it when the game starts. There'll be a white light in their spawn on the wall. They'll need to press that button when they respawn. And here we go. There's already two, I think, red players. Sorry, not blue. Two red players been taken out. And like 3 green. Both teams kind of holding back at the moment. No one's really pushed. There we go, a couple pushes now. Oh, that was a good hit. Well taken by that guy there. I was just on the middle camera in the top, but that was gone now. So as you can see, the player's pressing the little white button in their respawn. The guy just pressed it twice, so that's 2 respawns for his team. That's not what you really want to be doing, unless he was pressing it for another player there. But realistically, you want to be pressing the spawn just once. Otherwise, you'll be adding unnecessary points to your team. Let's get the Marshall camera on the go. There you go. You can see what's going on through Dan's eyes there. I wonder if I can actually just switch the Marshall camera. Let's have a look if this works. There we go. Look, here's Dan's point of view here. Got a sneaky player there. And he's been hit. That was a good time to switch. Oh, that gentleman there hiding in the dark. Let's go back to everywhere. You can see the players are getting worn out now. They're not moving around as much as they were earlier. Oops, some bangs going off. I think I said it before, you guys would have seen it on the cameras there. I heard it from the shop. You can hear everything that goes on in the arena. So more players respawning on both sides there. I wonder if the green's going to win this one, or will the reds make a comeback? The reds were doing really well at the start of the evening, and now they're sort of not doing so well. The greens have won 2 or 3 in a row now. I think it's 2 in a row. But the reds also won 3 in a row, I think, at the beginning of the night. So we're almost at the halfway mark now. There's 5 minutes remaining. It's hard to tell which team's doing better, really, because both teams are a bit sluggish now. They're both kind of just wandering in and out of their spawn. No one's really running anymore. Some people definitely aren't taking the whole 5 seconds to respawn though. So we've got 2 minutes left. See how it's going.
His band like I'm Barry Bonds. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along. I put that on my name, I put them on. I put myself on stage as they sing along. I might book a session, do 100 songs. I'ma let you hear them just to prove wrong.
We've got 1 minute left of this game. I'm not sure on who's going to win or lose, to be honest. It looks pretty even with the respawns. My money is on the greens, I would say, but it's just a completely random guess. I have no idea. We go the last 5 seconds of the game. This is game over. Yep, greens win. Oh no, wait, no, that's not right. We're just using the thing as a timer there, so I'll have to get confirmed from Dan who wins in a second. Give us a couple minutes and we'll let you know. Okay, so Dan just informed me it was really close. The green teams did in fact win, but they only won by 2 points. They had 48 respawns, whereas the reds only had 50. So that is incredibly close. So that's a pretty good one. It was a pretty close game. That's a nice one to sort of ease off of the bit of the one-sidedness we had earlier. So let's see what we're going to do for the next game. Give us a couple of minutes while the players just have a quick break and we'll find out for you. So it seems like we've only got time for one more game. So the last game will be another team deathmatch, same sort of thing, but just switching sides of the arena. Not that it makes any difference, but players seem to think it does. We will be back after they've had a quick break, and then we'll carry on. Cool, so we've got game on. Anytime soon. This is just another team deathmatch here. This will be the last one of the day. Oh, I think Dan just had the wrong game mode on there. There we go. So I think the game is it started? Yeah, it's just a very slow start. Come on, guys, what are you doing? Gun issues by the looks of things. So we've got not so many players now. Some players have packed up for the evening. They're all done, but we've still got plenty of guys ready to shoot each other in there. But this will be our last game, so enjoy it while you can. Looks to me as is it a 3-on-3? I'm really unsure on who's going to win this one now, because two of the players have left, so we'll see what's the crack with this. We will be back on Sunday with a stream as well. So if you are just joining us and you're unfortunately a little bit late, this is our last game. But don't worry, we have got more games on Sunday all day, starting from around 9 o'clock-ish, probably closer to 10 more like, until 6 o'clock. A little break in the middle of the day for lunch. But yeah, we will be doing a big old stream on Sunday. For our full day players and some of our half day players as well. I think there are a few spaces still available on Sunday. So if you do want to get booked in, you can go to it's 308sniper.simplybook.it. There's 308sniper.simplybook.it. I will put that in the chat for you. There you go. So if you do want to book in for Sunday, there's not many spaces left, but there's a couple, I think. There you go. Go ahead and book yourself in. The weather, I've heard, is not going to be very nice this weekend now. I just had a weather warning on my phone about it. So if you were going to play outside and have now changed your mind, why don't you come and play here? We've got a nice indoor cafe. Nice shop. It's all good. It's not going to rain in our arena. It's a bit of a slower paced game, this one. There's not much running around anymore. I think everybody is a bit tired. It is the end of the evening, so a bit sleepy. No, I am. Like absolutely no movement at the moment. Everybody's kind of just holding their corners. One or two people wandering about, but I'm on there shooting at no one. Someone did call hit, but I believe that might have been a ricochet. It's always good to call it if you're not sure though. When in doubt, you know, just just go out. That's what I like to say. No point in arguing about a respawn in an arena where it takes you literally 2 seconds to walk back to a respawn. So this is a 3v3 to end the night. Some of the players have gone home now. It was their bedtime apparently. We're halfway through this game. 4 minutes left on it. So there's 4 minutes left on this game. Just letting our marshal know. Been a pretty cool evening tonight. I like the lights out evenings. So on Fridays, you didn't know, we do a lights out evening. On Tuesdays we do a pistols and shotguns, and every other evening and all day / half day, they're just sort of like anything kind of goes. So we can do lights out. If the players wanted to do lights out, we can do lights on. If the players want to do lights on, it is what it is on the other days. But Fridays is our specific lights out night. So bring your torches, bring your strobes, bring your tracer units. It's crazy dark in our arena. I can't wait to have a Tuesday evening free so I can run my pistol up there. Looks like someone took a nasty shot in the sensitive area there, I think. Yep. In the respawn currently. Looks like he's not having a good time. I just missed when it happened, but I'm sure we can have a look back later on our cameras and find that. About 3.5 hours into the stream, so I'll jot that time down and we shall have a look. So we're just coming up to the minute left mark. Oh, that looked sore. Always sore when you see a player jumping up and down. That's a bit of a stinger. 1 minute left now, just 1 minute remaining of this game. I have no idea who's going to win this one. It's been very back and forth. We'll have to wait and see. Thank you for liking the stream there. "30 seconds left. Again, I have no idea who's going to be winning this one. Oh, almost shot his teammate in the face. I wouldn't have been. I think he would have liked you very much for doing that. all stepped up a little bit now. Pretty sure that was a team kill there on that bottom left camera. Okay, game over. We'll wait for the marshal to get back into the safe zone and then I'll tell you the scores. But that was our last game of the evening. So thank you for watching tonight. Thank you for the interaction as well. Been lots of interaction in the chat. Let us know what you think as well of our new sort of format we've got here of the microphone setup in the commentary. We're looking for... Jeez. Okay, so Dan has just told me that the red team were on 27 respawns and the green team were on 26. So that is very close. That is the closest we've had yet in our arena. So that's pretty good. That's a great one to end on. So that is all from us tonight. You will see us again on Sunday, I believe. So make sure to tune in Sunday morning for our full day session. We will be starting around or just after 9, maybe like 9:30, 10 kind of time on the stream here. Depends how quick the players get us set up. Then we will be finishing our stream at 6 o'clock in the evening on Sunday. So keep an eye out for that. There are a couple spaces still on Sunday, so if you do want to get booked in, go to 308sniper.simplybook.it. So that's 308sniper.simplybook.it. So those last couple spaces, if you want to fill those in, and you want to avoid the horrible weather for this weekend, come get yourself booked in. So thanks for coming, and